Hey everyone, I am currently at Tanglewood and I'm just hopping in. I wanted to do another new ghost guide for you guys. The problem is I can't select the ghost that I have to deal with, unfortunately. That means I have to play over and over again, figure out the ghost and show you the behavior, because I actually want to show you something about the ghost and not only like talking. So I'm gonna figure out this ghost. Here we have the list of all ghosts. Let's try to get them all. And as soon as I figure out this buddy we are dealing with right here at the moment, I'm gonna show you the behavior. I'm gonna tell you which pieces of evidence you're gonna get from that ghost. So I hope you're gonna enjoy it. Okay, I'm back, and as you can see we got an Orbi right here, which means currently we are dealing with a Hantu, but be careful if you have this combo. It could be a Mimic, because a Mimic will always show you Orbis, and we're gonna check the spirit box right away to rule out the Mimic. So for example, if you got the combo fingerprints freezing, always be careful, there could be a Mimic. Same goes for spirit box freezing, Mimic is still here. Or fingerprint spirit box, it could still be a Mimic. Or also, for example, if you got fingerprints and ghost orb, or spirit box ghost orb, or freezing and ghost orb, always double check for the Mimic's evidence in case it's a Mimic. So currently we are dealing with this. I've set up everything already, also for like a tiny ghost highway right here. And by the way, what's interesting about Tanglewood, you have to be careful. The ghost room is in the basement currently. Hey there. Yeah, this could happen. And you see this here, what's going on here? The paintings has been thrown, the cup. This got teleported out of the basement. This is not that important, but yeah, you can see the ghost loves to wander upstairs from this specific basement here in Tanglewood and to interact with stuff up here. Like, it can toss these paintings. Oh, it's stepping into the salt right now. Or it can interact with stuff here. It can even touch this door here. So don't get confused if you are seeing interactions here and all of a sudden nothing happens anymore. Check the basement. That's why I use the sensors here. I know I'm talking a lot about these sensors, but yeah. And as you can see, we got thingies here. So I'm gonna toss this here. Oh, I wanted to leave that for the ghost highway. Sorry, guys. Okay, so here we are. We are now taking that last picture and we're gonna check. You see? It's either coming back down right now or it's up here. So especially when using the spirit box, it's always best to have either some salt or the motion sensors, because as you can see right now, nothing is happening, no interaction. This means Ghosty might be upstairs, so we'll have to wait for Ghosty to come down. Also remember, the lights needs to be turned off when you want to use the spirit box. So yeah, as you can see, it's here. Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you a child? Are you old? What do you want? Why are you here? Okay, guys, we actually got a Mimic, and you saw what I did? The ghost was walking upstairs and I walked with it to be on top of the ghost. So a Mimic can be dangerous because it could mimic any ghost. You see it's coming back right now. So in one moment it could mimic a shade and totally, absolutely doing nothing while you are around. And all of a sudden it could mimic a demon or a djinn, eating all your sanity all of a sudden. So yeah. What's interesting about the Mimic, like I said, check all the evidence of a Mimic. I can also show you the description, but don't rely that much on these descriptions. Sometimes they're just not true. So this is true. You have to be aware it could, for example, mimic the Ochen. and you think, oh, I'm sitting in a hiding spot. You love that door, don't you? I'm sitting in a hiding spot and I'm fine. And it could all of a sudden mimic the oven, and it's gonna find you. And if you don't have a smudge on you to jump out, you can't do anything. There you can see the footprints. So by the way, I don't use dots here because I knew, okay, dots is off the table. So you can only track the ghost's movement using the motion sensors and the sword. The dots don't show the actual ghost movement. Neither do the candles. The candles, the ghost can throw it off. That was an elbow ghost event. The ghost can blow them off almost remotely, so it hasn't to be close. By the way, EMF 4 means it's a ghost event. I hear so many people saying, oh, we got EMF 4, maybe it's gonna be EMF 5 later. No. EMF 2 is an interaction. For example, like touching this door here, or flipping the breaker, or like what's going on here. And this, for example, EMF 3 means something has been thrown, an item, and you hear it's throwing stuff right now. Yeah, EMF 2 is like toggling a light switch, moving a door, or turning on a radio, turning on the television, writing in the book, using the crucifix, stuff like that. And EMF 3 is an item that has been thrown, and EMF 4 is a ghost event. EMF 5 has a 25% chance to happen when it, it tried to hunt, you see? And it's EMF 2, because it tried to hunt. Also, the thermal, you can use this to pinpoint the ghost's location. In this case, we get a freezing ghost, because it's a mimic. It has freezing as an evidence. But, usually, yeah, if it starts going under 10 degrees Celsius or 8 degrees, you have to wait. You have to be patient with the thermal, especially if the breaker was turned off. My god, now you're going for it, huh? Okay, Ghosty is going for it. I can show you what's so dangerous about the mimic, because, for example, it could just, now it changes ghost type every minute. It could just all of a sudden decide to, mouse, hold still please. All of a sudden it could just decide to mimic a wraith, teleport on top of me, be right here and start hunting on top of me. This is what could happen. Also, it could happen that it mimics a revenant and I'm standing here like la-di-da. Oh, there we go. Let's see what it mimics. It's coming. Now that they open. What? I think it's a Raichu? No. Hello? Are you mimicking a yokai? Hello? Keeps going down to the basement. What? Sounds normal. Normal speed. Hello? Okay, that was too late, unfortunately. But yeah, it could mimic anything almost any time. So every minute it changes ghost type. I can show you in the summary later. I'm just gonna have a look. Okay, I have to drain my sanity a little bit further. And that's it. Okay, so yeah. If a hunt starts, I'm gonna show you the hunt, and then we're gonna talk about the mimic later. Okay, here we go again. Next hunt has started. That's a hunt too. Not the open. That means I can hide. But as you can hear, it's slow now. It's not a revenant because it hasn't sped up. Do you wanna go into the basement again, Ghosty? Because if it goes to the basement and if it's fast again, then it's a Hantu for sure. It's mimicking a Hantu at this point. And by the way, how the smudges work, I can tell you this as well. I've just smudged the ghost doing a hunt, which means the moment I smudge it, it can't hunt for 90 seconds. There are two exceptions, the demon and the spirit, but I'm gonna explain it when I come to that ghost. By the way, if a crucifix looks like that, it has been used up and won't protect you anymore. If it's like that, it has 2 charges left. just a tiny hint. And yeah, I've smudged the ghost, and since the moment I smudge it, a timer starts running. 90 seconds usually, except for the 2 exceptions I've just told you. You love that door, don't you? It keeps touching this door all the time, I don't know why. And in this 90 seconds, the activity is increased, and it can't hunt, which means after repelling a ghost, you don't have to be like, oh my god, run, leave the building, run, help. No, you don't have to, because you are safe for 90 seconds, except for the demon and the spirit. Those are exceptions. So yeah, let's see what it's gonna mimic next. I got a flashlight right here, in case it decides to mimic the oven, so I can grab the flashlight and run somewhere where I can loop it. So let's wait for the next hunt. Are you slow? No, you are not that slow. But maybe it's mimicking a twin. It sounds a little bit slow. Maybe it's mimicking a Thay, because if it mimics a Thay, oh my god, if it mimics a Thay, it chooses a random age. I think if it mimics a Mora, it actually goes with your sanity, I think. You can also get, for example, a Banshee Scream when it's a mimic. It can also, if it does a ghost event and you take a photo, disappear because it mimics a phantom. So be careful when something like that happens. For example, I had this happening twice or 3 times even. I've entered the location with 100% sanity, and all of a sudden the ghost started to hunt, and I thought, okay, you are a demon for sure. But then I thought, wait, you can also be a mimic that just mimicked a demon, and that was the case actually 3 times. So I know you're scared when you get hunted with 100% sanity, but it's worth checking it just to be sure. So yeah, that's the mimic. I'm gonna show you the stats right now, and there you can also see how this ghost is working. Let's call it like that.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
By the way, I'm playing on a modified professional mode. So you see abilities used 20 times. Now I'm not 100% sure if that also counts the ability of the ghost it's mimicking, but as you can see, the mission was about 22 minutes total, so it has actually changed ghost every minute if these are the abilities that has been used. So be careful. As soon as you know you are dealing with a mimic, it can mimic anything. It can come to you. It can mimic a Banshee, come to you, hunt on top of you. It can mimic a Deochen. You think, oh, I'm safe in my hiding spot. I'm in Sunny Meadows in the male wing and the ghost is in the restricted wing. Ha ha ha. But if it mimics a Deochen, it's gonna find you even there. It's fast as heck. It could also mimic a phantom, and you wanna take a picture or repel the ghost, and you don't see the ghost most of the time because it's mimicking a phantom. So be careful with that ghost. Also be careful with the evidence. When you're playing on 2 evidence, for example, and you all of a sudden get 3 evidences, including a tiny little Orby, it's a mimic. If you're playing on 0 evidence, and if you see an Orby, it's 100% a mimic. That Orby will always be there. So that's an interesting ghost to start the guide. I'm gonna hop into the next round, and let's see what ghost we are dealing with there. Let's move on to the next ghost. Okay guys, you see that here? This is a mess. Look at that basement. This bucket is usually around this area. This looks like a total explosion, and if you find a place like that, you might be dealing with either the twins or the poltergeist. So let's see what we are dealing with here. Yeah, and as you can see, it goes from 6 to 0 or from 1 to 7. I actually don't need any evidence for this ghost. It's a poltergeist, just as easy as that. And Oh my god, I'm so happy. I'm gonna show you the ability. Of course, I'm also gonna show you the description of this ghost. Here it is. It's also from our German language. It's Poltern for being noisy and rumbling around, throwing stuff around. And Geist, yeah, it's ghost. And if you wanna say it in plural, you're not saying poltergeists, it's a poltergeist there. Just hang an ER at the end. So it's gonna be spirit box, fingerprints, ghost writing, which means we can get some free photos. So the poltergeist, the mimic was different. The mimic can mimic any ghost, but the poltergeist is a normal ghost. It will always be the poltergeist. It can't change ghost type or anything like that. And oh my god, you're going crazy down here. That's a... Oh my god, I have to stack up some stuff. I have to show you guys what poltergeist ability looks like. You can see it on the activity chart. I've just showed it to you. But I'm also gonna show you live, even if I sit here for 2 hours and wait for it. So I'm gonna set up everything and I'll be right back. And here you go. As you can see, Ghosty has written in the book. Unfortunately, I'm too late. The EMF is gone, but at least I can take one picture. If you're fast enough and the EMF is still going, then you can take 2 pictures. One picture for ghost writing, the second one for the interaction. I'm gonna bring some more stuff. Let's see if we can catch the other book on time, if Ghosty decides to write in it. And I'm also gonna keep you with me, guys, at the moment, even if it may be a little bit boring for you. Where is my... Didn't I bring a UV? Okay, I can bring this. It's also UV. But unfortunately, I can't time the ability to happen. Ghosty... it's already here. We got a ghost event. Are you upstairs? You sound muffled. Please stay. Hey there, what are you doing in the corner? Have you been naughty? Okay. 3-star ghost picture. Thank you, sir. And as you can see, we got again the basement. Ghosty can wander up here and do stuff up here if it wants to. So be careful when you're dealing with a ghost here in the basement. Okay, my dearest poltergeist. So fingerprints you can find here on these 2 cooling boxes. Oh yeah, I wanted to spread some salt around for extra pictures. And yeah, it's gonna be spirit box for sure. I can show you again how to use it properly. Because if the ghost leaves the room, like it did now it's coming back, as you can see. Let's wait for this sensor. Maybe it's just leaving again. It's maybe upstairs again. So let's wait for Ghosty to actually be here. Are you here?
I'm close.
Okay, it's here, but it's maybe standing around here or going back later. It didn't trigger that sensor, which means it's in this area. And as you can see, now it's walking upstairs again. Okay. So the spirit box always tells you where Ghosty Pants is at. And you can hear it's going upstairs. So the sensors and the salt are the best way to figure out where Ghosty Pants is physically at. Oh, it tests something upstairs again. Yeah. What you can do to test for a poltergeist, if you are only playing on 2 evidence, you can pile up some stuff, just like that, around the areas where the ghost is wandering to, so where the ghost is walking around. And you saw that, for example, that was not the ability of the poltergeist, but that was quite a high throw. And only... That was the door. Oh my god, which door? I think it's that one. Was it? Thank you. It must be thingies. Yes, we got thingies. So... You can pile up some stuff. I would prefer to pile up stuff that's large and visible, like plates, not like these small stuff like forks and stuff like that. I wouldn't recommend that because you will hear it but you won't see it. So let's bring some stuff down here. Look at that pile. It's still untouched. Ghosty didn't like to play with it. But this is a way you can figure out a poltergeist if you want to. But be careful. If it uses its ability and if it tosses all of them. One item, okay, one item drains, I think, 1.5 or 2% sanity per throw, which means you have to be careful. Your sanity might go instantly at 0. Oh, we got the hiding spot in the garage, I forgot. Yeah, so that's why I'm gonna prepare a hiding spot, because I don't have sprint here. I've done this to myself. So yeah, let's see. Oh, we can bring you guys for some extra. Look, it's coming up again, you hear that? And that's what I wanted to show you. Did you see where the cork went to? That was the multi-throw. And now, what's important, when you are playing with like on Nightmare or 24X or stuff like that, you have to see this. But when you are playing with this activity chart, you can see it right here, because one item will give an EMF 3 reading, which means here it's between 2 and 3, and it stacks up and it throws the items at the same time, which means you will see an instant spike going up to 10 or to 8, depending on the number of items. If it just throws 2 items at once, then it's just gonna be like 2 plus 3 or 2 plus 2 or 3 plus 3, which would be like 6 or 5. But be careful if someone's in the house, another player, and if you see this on the board here, which is now fading away, always ask the others, did a ghost event happen, or have you seen the ghost? Did it do a ghost event? Because also a ghost event can show up like that on this chart. If you're playing on solo, like me now, and if you're out of the house, sure, no one's in the house then, and this happens, you see that spike then, you're totally fine. I had this maybe twice on Sunny Meadows once. The ghost was so damn far away, and I thought, oh my god, how am I supposed to do that? I'm not gonna make it. My sanity will be gone until I get everything. And all of a sudden I saw here a spike like that, and I knew, oh, okay, I know you. You are a little poltergeist. So yeah, for poltergeist, you can just watch this chart and you will know instantly. I'm gonna show you the evidence for the poltergeist once more. It's gonna be spirit books, fingerprints, and ghost writing. And remember, the larger the pile, the more items it throws at once, the more your sanity is gonna drain. So I'm gonna go back down to Ghosty Pants right now, and I wanna see this again. Let's just test this down the stairs, and let's bring you with us. As you can see, there are only 2 plates left. I think it tossed 2 corks and 1 cup, 1 plate, 1 glass. Yeah, it's more than 5 items. Oh, we got another free photo. Let's take all of them. And yeah, do you see these plates? It has done another explosion right here with the plates, because the plates were here and it tossed them. You see that all the way around here? This poltergeist is quite active. Yeah, let's give you a new pal to play with, my friend. I can't see shit. Sensor, please, give me light. Sensor. Thank you. The sensors are also a good light source to see stuff. So I highly recommend you using them. By the way, I can explain how to use this paramic. You see that? You got a constant reading of 0.5. That means we are pointing at the ghost. You see it's going upstairs now. Oh, it's here now. And it has blown out the candle. It's there. You see how fast it's moving? So the ghost movement is actually quite fast. Show us, give us a sign. So let's wait for another item explosion. By the way, if you want some more activity out of the ghost, you can use that on any ghost, by the way. No matter if it's a mare, a shade, or whatever. Just watch the sensors. Wait for Ghosty to walk into a sensor. I can do that right now if you want. If you want to see that. Come on, speak to me. I think we got it. No? Yeah, come on, speak to me. Sometimes you have to be patient with the paramic. You have to point it right at the ghost. And sometimes it's just not working. There you go, you see? I was following the ghost. I know it's here. I'm smudging it now. And the activity is gonna rise up now. If you also turn off the light, the activity is gonna be high as fuck. So, let's see what's happening. How many photos? Ghost riding, footstep. We can take one more footstep, I think. Please don't mess it up. Yeah, thank you. So, you see? I think it tossed... Did it toss the bucket? What you can also do, if you don't have the activity chart, you can check it with that EMF. You can just, within 20 seconds, you can move the item out of range and you know, it's this item. Damn it! I messed up. That's my fault. I've messed up. I was 1 second too late and talking too much. So, come on, do it. Also, the lower your sanity, the higher the activity grows. Also for Thay and Shade, even if they are a little bit different in their mechanics. Come on, Ghosty, can you show us your throw once more? Come on, show us your trick. Show us! So, for example, if you need a ghost event, or if you want to take any pictures of some activity, smudge the ghost room. Be sure the ghost is walking around in there at that moment to hit it with the smudge. And if you're lucky, you can get a ghost event. It's upstairs again. Come on, this is your room here. So yeah, for the poltergeist we have to be a little bit patient if we want to see the multi-throw, but you saw it, right? You know what I'm talking about. I just wanted to show you the sanity drain as well. Please, Ghosty, don't do it when I'm away. I just want to grab another smudge. Okay, there's still 2 plates here. Our sanity is at about, I don't know, 75 maybe. You didn't do that right now, right? Okay. It's a little bit dark down here because we need the lights to be off. Come on, you can do better. Show us, give us a sign. Can you do something? Are you here? So sometimes you need to be patient with the ghosts. Sometimes they just don't wanna. Even a poltergeist or a demon sometimes says, I'm taking a day off. Oh, hey there. Oh, where did this cup come from? You can also take a photo of this. This is another EMF too, because it's an interaction. Okay, I'm gonna waste all my smudgies now. And be careful when you think... Okay, you are there. This is for you here. When you think doing... Oh, this sounds like a poltergeist. It's throwing stuff like crazy. Make a pile like this and see if it, after the hunt, if it has been destroyed completely. Because sometimes this could happen. Wait. You hear that? And if the ghost does this with 2 or 3 items, it sounds like it's throwing 10 items at once during a hunt. So don't rely on your hearing in this specific case. When you're dealing with a poltergeist or when you want to figure out the poltergeist, just pile up the items somewhere where you want to lure the ghost to, or you're going to attract it. And then after you have attracted the ghost to this area where the items are, just check the area after the hunt. And if it's just like, oh, it tossed this and this like that, it's not a poltergeist. But if almost all of the stuff is going in all of the 4 what do you call this, north, east, south, west to all of these directions, then you know, okay, it must be a poltergeist. The pile has been destroyed completely, and this poltergeist is now giving us a bad performance. So yeah, we won't see another multi-throw, unfortunately. Sorry guys, but I've explained something, I've showed something, and yeah, that's it for this ghost guide. We're gonna leave. Did I get... Oh yeah, I messed up one. And I did everything, so let's leave. And let's have a look at the stats. Let's see, did you do something now? No, you see it's just like, eh. I'm done. And I'm saying the same too. Come on, do a last multi-throw for us. Come on, show it to us. Come on. Show it to us, please. No. Okay. He just didn't want to. Hey, he showed itself. He did it once. It's enough. We saw what we wanted to see.
Job's ready for you.
And he did it 6 times. That's a lot. That's actually a lot. But yeah, if you see this, that means it has done the multi-throw 6 times. Only the poltergeist is able to do the multi-throw, except for the mimic. If it mimics a poltergeist, of course it can do the same, and it's gonna look the same. It's gonna be all the items like a big explosion and this high spike at the activity board outside. I'm also gonna show you the setup I'm using at the moment, in case you are curious, or if you think, oh, I love to play like that. It's like that. It's just a tiny modified professional setup I'm using here. So yeah, I hope this guide helps you to understand these 2 ghosts we had today, the Mimic and the Poltergeist. And yeah, let's see what ghost we are dealing with next. So see you in the next guide. Have a good one. Goodbye.